the Mind Control Experts Convention, with field reporter Chet Brinkmeir.
Who are you? What are you doing here? Don't you know that this is a Mind Control Experts Convention?
Hi there. This is Chet Brinkmeir from Secret Places in the Open Air. I'm here with our camera crew in beautiful Las Vegas, where mind control experts from around the world have come to discuss the secrets of their craft and to exchange new ideas for achieving lofty goals. Ideas such as the establishment of totalitarian regimes, the building of utopian societies, and the achievement of better sales records. Megalomaniacs of all stripes are here. Attendees include communists and free marketeers, religious cult leaders, a dominatrix with young men in chains, radical feminists with scissors, and even a guy who wears a tinfoil hat.
If I were there, I'd be mooching the free hors d'oeuvres.
And you, sir, what is your name?
I'm Zanzibar, holder of the crystal ball, controller of other people's minds.
Would you like to tell our home audience back in Lincoln, Nebraska, why it is that you want to control other people's minds?
You look into the crystal ball and you see yourself, and you wonder if your reflection is what other people see. You wonder and society answers you. It tells you the rules, sets up the rating system, defines the goals. You as a person do not exist in such a world. It is the scorecard that matters. It is the scorecard that is your salvation. It is the scorecard that is your joy. Control the scorecard and you control the television. You control the multidimensional matrix that is our social reality. The minds of men are at your command.
You can't control my mind.
Or mine either.
I am in control. I am the man with the mind control helmet.
And you, sir, who are you?
I am Zimrod, master of mind control.
I'm pleased to meet you, Mr. Zimrod, as are all our viewers back in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Not Mr. Zimrod, just Zimrod.
And you, ma'am, you must be Mrs. Zimrod?
No, I am just Monique. Zimrod is my boyfriend.
I thought that Zimrod was a pain reliever.
That's funny. I thought it was an antihistamine.
So, Zimrod, you want to be king of the world, is that right?
You got it, Mr. Pinklebrock. Everybody wants to be king. And it is that aspiration that separates men from machines. Men dream to say yes when the world says no. Yet the lone pawn can never be more than a pawn. The dream to be king can only be realized by coming together into larger groups and organizations so that the appointed leader can claim the prize. And I, mighty Zimrod, am that leader. I will silence independent thought. I will crush independent human aspirations and turn them into aspirations for me. I will control the oil fields, subdue all of nature, until I am the one lone keeper of the dreams of humanity.
So, Monique, what do you think will happen in the future?
I predict that someday, somebody is going to invent a mechanical bird that people will be able to wear in their hand like a ring. The bird will be able to move its head and flutter its wings.
Kind of like the bird you are wearing now?
My boyfriend Zimrod is an inventor. He made the mechanical bird that I am wearing.
To me, it looks like just a stuffed bird that is attached to your finger with a wire.
Whatever. It was my boyfriend Zimrod who invented it, though.
That's very nice, Monique. How about you, sir? What are your plans for human mind control?
I'm glad you asked me that, Mr. Broccoli. And a big hello to all you people in Lincoln, Nebraska. My name is Xanadu. I'm an environmentalist. Some people think that mind control is all about self-control, but that's not what I think. I'm all about controlling others. Megalomania, sadism, manipulation, deceit, those sorts of things. That's why events like this one are so refreshing. None of that, it's a win-win situation hooey for us. It's my way or the highway. If you don't like it, I'll kick your butt.
That's very interesting, Mr. Xanadu. What do you think about...
Just call him Xanadu. He hates to be called Mr.
And who are you?
I'm Felicia. I'm Xanadu's compatriot. We're both environmentalists.
Have you noticed that all the people in this show only have first names?
It's something about Las Vegas, I guess. When I was there, every woman I met had only one name.
So, Xanadu, you say you're an environmentalist? You look more like an insurance salesman to me.
Yeah, I'm an insurance guy. A pencil pusher, basically. But I'm also a salesman, a corporate American hero, making a difference in the bottom line. Insurance is like a helmet. It's like a parachute or an umbrella. But even insurance can't protect us against the environmental apocalypse. Someday we will be exposed to too much nuclear contamination. And then we will all turn into mutants. We came from apes, but we're going to turn into mutants. No, not rabbits. Mutants.
Before that happens, Xanadu is going to step in and take over.
Exactly. No environmental apocalypse with me around. We're going to be able to fish, and we're going to be able to hunt. When the first environmental catastrophe strikes, and it looks like the end is near, I will sweep in with the solution, the key to our future. I'll be like Hitler was in Germany, like Lenin in Russia. I'll promise a better world, a more ecological world. People are afraid. They're afraid of terrorists. They're afraid of weapons of mass destruction. They're afraid of a monetary meltdown. They're afraid of environmental collapse. I'm going to make things better. I'm going to give them hope. That's how you control the minds of the masses. You prey upon their vulnerabilities and you offer them hope. You give them your vision of a better world with lots of green grass, 4-leaf clovers, and pretty flowers, and plump, sexy maidens.
Now stop it, Xanadu. Stop talking about those plump, sexy maidens. Or I'm going to tell the people of Lincoln, Nebraska about the schoolgirl outfits you like me to wear.
The people of Lincoln, Nebraska don't want to hear about our sex life.
Oh, yes, we do.
Absolutely. Please, tell us about your sex life.
Anybody can be a totalitarian dictator these days. You just need a strong internet presence and a willingness to stomp on little guys. And you're also going to need cameras. Lots and lots of cameras, strategically placed everywhere so that you don't miss a thing. And then you're going to need goons, guys who can get things done. I like to use black guys myself. Bald white guys work well too. Bald guys who are tough and not afraid to rough people up. But stay away from women. Women make lousy goons. The CIA and KGB like to use white guys for their goons. But my goons are going to be so bad that people are going to wish for the environmental apocalypse.
There you go again with that racist and sexist talk. Women make great goons. You, of all people, should know that. If you don't stop talking about other races and other sexes like you do, I'm going to tell the people of Lincoln, Nebraska what you did in that fish pedicure tank when you thought nobody was looking.
You don't want to tell them that. I just saw all those fish nibbling at your feet, and I just couldn't help myself. You know what a little devil I am.
You're a devil, all right.
Stick with me, Felicia. Together we'll make this world into an environmental paradise. And we'll stop political incorrectness, too.
I won't breathe a word to Lincoln, Nebraska about what you did in that fish pedicure tank.
I think that I know what Xanadu did.
I think that I do too. Blah.
And you, sir, how do you hope to control other people's minds?
Don't call me Sir Brocklewurst. My name is Zardkin.
And what about mind control, Arkin?
I'm glad you asked, Brocklebutt. You see this guy? You know what he's doing, don't you? Sure you do. You've seen lots of guys like this before. He's looking at women's butts. That's right, their butts. He's everywhere, checking out the butt scene, seeing what's happening on the butt front, assessing the environmental butt conditions, discreetly looking at butts through overhead mirrors. Wherever you might find a woman's butt, that's where you'll find this guy. He can't help himself. It's a reflex. He just does it. Now here's the amazing part, the part that you aren't going to believe. The guy's an android. He's not even human.
That's unbelievable.
It really is. That android looks just like a regular guy who is looking at women's butts.
Yes, unbelievable but true. Our androids are absolutely amazing. We're teaching them through role-playing how to do embarrassing things and how to react when they see something embarrassing. A look of embarrassment is incredibly subtle, as is a look of frustration. Here's an android pretending to be an anchorwoman for a news show. She says,
The CDC is warning people about orgasms in food.
and then she shows that she's embarrassed. The subtlety of human expression is absolutely amazing. Here's a female android reacting as though she sees human sex acts in public. We've taught our androids how to blush, how to accentuate other person's embarrassment, and how to react when their mother's smartphone reveals way too much. And by the way, it's smartphones that we use to control our androids.
You can't control me with your cell phones, Arkin.
Cassandra, what are you doing here?
You must be Mrs. Arkin.
In Zarkin's fantasies, I may be his sexy young girlfriend, but in the real world, he means nothing to me. Less even than my slave girl. At least my slave girl understands the nature of reality.
So what are you doing here?
Well, Mr. Brillcream, I'm here to tell you and the people of Lincoln, Nebraska that people are not androids. It doesn't matter if you can make an android who exactly mimics a man looking at a woman's butt, and it doesn't matter that your androids can behave as though they are shocked at seeing public nudity. People like myself and my slave girl are way more complicated than all that.
People are like ants. Each ant in an ant colony is a stupid creature, barely indistinguishable from any other ant. It is the colony that matters, not the ant. Ants are like soldiers on the battlefield, like players for a sports team. Each ant does its duty and performs its job for the benefit of the greater purpose that is the building of the ant colony. The ants are workers, humble and dutiful laborers, exhibiting values of unity and cooperation, teamwork and coordination, laboring together to get the job done. Once my androids have learned the subtlety of human expression, they will infiltrate the communications media, and I will control them like ants, all from my smartphone. They will manipulate popular opinion, and I will rule the world.
You're not gonna get away with it, Zarkin.
Felicia, I am so glad you're here. You need to tell the people of Lincoln, Nebraska that they are safe.
I'm sorry, Cassandra. I'm just an environmentalist. Dealing with evil geniuses like Zarkin is above my pay grade. But I brought my sister, Salacious. She's a psychology major.
Ooh, a psychology major. I am so impressed. Not.
I'm not here to talk to you, Zardkin. I'm here for the people of Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm here to tell men to listen to their wives and to love one another. Yes, the world has seen its Hitlers, and it has seen its Stalins. Evil is everywhere. But we women have it figured out. We know how to keep our men in line. Evil environmentalists like Xanadu might attempt to use the environmental apocalypse as a way to scare people so that he can wash their brains and then wring out their every original thought and make them his minions. But people like my sister Felicia know how to keep men like Xanadu in line. Men think that they have to settle the scores with guns. But it's women who really know the score. Women have an intuitive sense of diplomacy. They are naturally persuasive, without even trying. We women also have a better sense of smell than do men. And we synchronize our menstrual cycles when men aren't around. People may seem blind to what is happening, like they are fumbling around in the darkness, or have their heads in the sand, but it's the men who are really clueless. Women have a handle on the situation. We know what's going on, and eventually we'll fix things our way. It's a tiny planet that we live on, a tiny planet in cold, dark space. And the sins of our fathers were great. Death camps in Nazi Germany, death camps in the Soviet Union, wars and death and starvation. But the world around us is an erotic world, exuberant for life. A woman is a flower, and all men are her children. Eventually, even the sins of our fathers are buried. The rain falls, the sun shines, the flowers bloom. Bright and colorful sex organs, soft and fragrant and serene.
I'm leaving you, Arkin. I'm taking my slave girl and I'm going my own way.
No, Cassandra, don't leave me.
You've been a bad boy, Xanadu. It's time for you to become a good environmentalist.
You're right, Felicia. This is a wonderful world, and we need to enjoy ourselves while we can.
These mind control experts can't control me.
My boyfriend Zimrod is an inventor. He made the mechanical bird that I am wearing.
My work is done here. It's time to return to my apartment and study for my psychology exam.